33 days to depart the United States. Hi, I'm Jim Hacking, immigration lawyer practicing law throughout the United States out of our offices in St. Louis, San Diego, and Washington, D.C. I want to read to you from a recent withdrawal notice that we saw on a withdrawn I-485. And I'm going to read you the language because this paragraph is showing up in lots of denial notices and withdrawal notices, and I want to talk about it. Here's what it says. The evidence of record shows that when you filed your application, you were present in the United States contrary to law. You are not authorized to remain in the United States. If you fail to depart the United States within 33 days of this letter, USCIS may issue you a notice to appear and commence removal proceedings against you with the immigration court. This may result in you being removed from the United States and found ineligible for a future visa or after other U.S. immigration benefit. See sections 237A and 212A9 of the INA. Now, let's talk about that paragraph because it says a lot. Now, the first thing to notice is it came on a withdrawal notice. So USCIS adopted a policy in February of 2025, and they said that if an individual applies for an immigration benefit and that benefit does not end up being bestowed, conferred, given to the immigrant, in other words, if the case is denied or withdrawn, the benefit isn't received, then the individual is most likely going to read a notice to appear. Now, the one thing I want you to understand is for a lot of people, the notice to appear is being included with this notice. So some people have started receiving the notice to appear right away. So there's not even that alleged 33-day grace period. They're telling people you're in removal. Now, just because USCIS tells you something and puts it in a letter doesn't mean it's true. Now, we have seen multiple instances in the last 2 or 3 months of individuals receiving the letter with that language, with the 33 days to depart paragraph in it, and it's actually factually and legally incorrect. What do I mean by that? Well, for instance, we've had cases where people applied for a marriage-based green card and that case got denied or withdrawn for whatever reason, but the individual still had an asylum application on file. So that application for asylum still protected them. So USCIS is actually legally wrong in telling the person that they have 33 days to depart. Similarly, some people have applied for citizenship, and although their citizenship case gets denied, they still have legal status as lawful permanent residents. But according to this paragraph, those people need to get out of the United States within the next month, or they're going to be removed or deported from the United States. And of course, everyone is aware that ICE is grabbing people off the streets, throwing them in jail, deporting them now to third countries because the Supreme Court said that's true. So everybody's freaking out about this paragraph. And I understand that. I'm not trying to minimize the fear. What I'm trying to do is to educate people that just because USCIS includes a boilerplate, what does that mean? A standard, regular paragraph in every denial notice or acknowledgement of the withdrawal of a petition notice, just because they say it in there doesn't mean it's true. And so I tell people all the time, don't take them at their word. You can't believe what they're saying. Now, you very well may need to leave the United States. You may very well need to take voluntary departure, or you very well may end up in removal court. That's all well and good. And you can fight those things or deal with those things in an educated way after you talk to attorneys who know what they're talking about. But do not leave because of this paragraph without talking to an immigration attorney. They will tell you to leave the United States. They are trying to hit their quotas. They're trying to kick as many people out of the United States. They're trying to scare the crap out of people. And you may have lost this case. Your case might have been withdrawn, or more likely your case might have been denied. That does not mean you have no form of relief. And you certainly can't rely on them, the Department of Homeland Security or USCIS, to tell you what other forms of relief you have. You might have been here for 10 years. You might have no criminal record. You might not have ever been in deportation court, and you might have eligibility for something called cancellation of removal. Do you even know what that is? And you could leave the United States. You could walk out of here. You could go back to Mexico. You could fly home to South Africa. You could go back to France. Any of those things are possible, but it all could have been avoidable if you knew your legal rights. And so what I'm trying to do is sound the alarm and to tell you not to listen to this paragraph. As I said, might be accurate, might not. But you sure as hell can't rely on them to give you immigration advice, which is actually what this is. What this is, actual immigration advice to leave the United States. They're putting up these posters at USCIS. It's floating up on their website and on their Facebook page. Leave, leave, leave. Get out, get out, get out. Bad immigrant, bad immigrant, bad immigrant. Don't listen to them. Talk to people who know what they're talking about. Talk to people who might know forms of relief for you that you yourself don't even know about. Not a plug to hire our firm, not a plug for lawyering. It's a plug for being educated and making good decisions. If you want our help, if you want our help filing for your green card, or if you've received a notice like this, or if you want to apply for citizenship or asylum, give us a call at 314-961-8200 or email us info@hackingimmigrationlaw.com. If you're just looking for free resources, we have a ton of them. Immigration Hacking is my handle on TikTok. Find us there. Find me on LinkedIn. I post news stories every day about what's going on in immigration land. If you want to talk to me about your problems or questions that you might have, I have an Immigration Answer Show. It's a show that I do for free 3 or 4 times a week on YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook. And finally, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can find it, Immigration Answers and Hacking Immigration Law. Either way, you can find us that way. And you can subscribe to the channel. You can turn on your alerts. And whenever we make a new video like this one, you'll be the first to learn about it. And we'll go from there. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.